Esta semana les traemos lo mejor que hay en la televisión para imaginar. Una de las grandes producciones de la historia es sin duda Game of Thrones. Por la importancia de esta serie, Canal Claro conversó con Kit Harington y Richard Madden, dos de los protagonistas de la segunda temporada. La entrevista está aquí para ustedes.
Game of Thrones is a story about people in their rawest forms under the biggest challenges that they can possibly face, and what their desires are and what their lust is. And this is a show about power and corruption and lust and desire, and it's something unlike any other TV show.
3 victories don't make you a conqueror.
It's better than 3 defeats.
Robb's an honest man. He's driven by justice and doing the right thing, and he's been forced into a situation which is not what he asked for, but he has such a strong moral compass and such a sense of what's right and wrong that even though he doesn't want to be in this situation, he can't sit back and let things happen that he doesn't agree with.
Do you understand we're losing the war?
What do you know about warfare?
Nothing. But I know people. And I know that our enemies hate each other almost as much as they hate us.
How would I describe Jon Snow? I think he's a good person. I think he wants to do the right thing. He's very ambitious, and he loses his temper quite often. He's quite fiery, I think. But essentially, I think that he should be liked. He should be a good person, I think. The biggest challenge playing Jon, I mean, I love him dearly, but he can be difficult to play at times. I don't know. I think the locations we're in, filming in sub-zero temperatures or the long days that we have to do can be very difficult.
These are bad times to be living alone in the wild. The cold winds are rising.
Let them come. Our roots are sunk deep.
Wife, tell the Lord Crow how content we are.
This is our place. Our husband keeps us safe. Better to live free than die a slave.
The second season, for me, is even more exciting than the first season. We got to know a lot of people last year, and we got to delve into what drives these people, and second season pushes that even further. First season was a lot of reaction. People were reacting to situations, and now more so in the second series, people are driving action. You know, my character, he's driving things. He's not just reacting to things that are being pushed upon him, but driving things, making decisions. And this series goes so deep into the characters and what drives them, what makes them make these choices, and we also get to see the consequences when they do.
Lord of light, come to us in our darkness. We offer you these false gods. Take them and cast your light upon us.
Working with the CGI was a new task for me this year. We did a little bit of it last year. There's certain times we're standing on a hillside looking at a castle, and you're actually standing in a field looking at a huge green screen, which is a different challenge as an actor. And this year more so with the CGI direwolves, it's literally a wooden stick with a big metallic ball on the end of it. So as an actor, it's a different challenge for me. It's a different skill I've had to learn, but it's something I really enjoy doing, and they make it as easy for you as possible. Visually, you just have to be, it's one of the only times that I become self-aware as an actor. I need to know where my hand is when I'm touching the wolf, where if I'm scratching behind his ear or on his side. So it's one of the only times I like to look at the monitor to make sure that I'm getting that element right.
No, please! No, not my Baron! Please!
Enough. Get it done.
Kill the bastard!
Please!
secret of the success of Game of Thrones. I think the writers, be it George or David and Dan or Brian Cogman or any of those guys, they do an amazing job, and it's such a pleasure to speak those words as an actor when they're so well crafted. That's the secret of Game of Thrones. It's so well constructed by the writers, I think.
Don't miss Game of Thrones this year. Everything changes. No one is safe. You've maybe seen it on the posters or seen the taglines, but it's true. Everything can change in a second, and it does. You'll be surprised and moved and sickened at points, but hopefully you'll enjoy it.
I offer your cousins peace if they meet my terms.
First, your family must release my sisters. Second, my father's bones must be returned to us so he may rest beside his brother and sister in the crypts beneath Winterfell. And the remains of all those who died in his service must also be returned. Their families can honour them with proper funerals.
An honourable request, Your Grace.
Third, Joffrey and the Queen Regent must renounce all claim to dominion of the North.